tears from the star, like tears from a star. On and on the rain.
Today, Sunday, April the 24th, 2016, you have chosen to listen to what offers Radio Kasamia Web, the web radio that aims to bring peace into the hearts, despite the difficulties of life. This is a special episode, the 221, dedicated to all the families, in which there are those who celebrates birthday, and among them, the one friends, Anu Babes, Tina Balders, Italo Sunny, Anna Bonato. Look at the proposal by the Icon Gospel is, love each other, and with this hope, love every day, wanting to donate, driving out all grudges, to have peace in the heart. Also greetings with the beautiful song, Happy Birthday. After Salvator will speak at the microphone for his usual share. Bye, see you soon.
Ciao. Oggi is my compleanno, sono Anuba, ciao a tutti gli amici, dai Radio Kasamia Web.
Salvatore, sono Anna. Ciao a tutti gli amici di Radio Kasamia Web.
That I have not received even those of Italo and Tina, but wishes with my heart will really reach so many best wishes to those celebrating. The birthday is important, not to feel forgotten in a day of the birth anniversary, no? Also a pretext to party and to test the strength of emotional ties. To party may be even place simply by sharing a simple meal with your family or with some friends. And why not those ritual of candles, cake, and song, as well as gifts that compensate for past years. Happy birthday!
Hello, dear friends. The first corner of the episode is dedicated to the Word. This is the Gospel of John, chapter 13, verses 31 to 35. The subtitle is this: I give you a new commandment, love one another. From the Gospel according to John. When Judas was gone from the upper room, Jesus said, Now the Son of Man glorified, and God was glorified in him. If God is glorified in him, God will in turn glorify and will glorify immediately. Children, yet a little while I am with you. I give you a new commandment, love one another. As I have loved you, you also should love one another. By this all will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another. Word of the Lord.
Who knows why is repeated glorification 5 times, you mean? And then Jesus says that just when Judah came out to report it, and that is when his friend decided to drop everything and deliver the master. What does it mean, glorification? Is the realization, be content with their life, to love and be loved. Is that deep down all we want? But as we want to get this on, and how to get Jesus instead? You mind for the glory, no? We drugs for the glory. They do things confused to make a pass on television or to have more visibility, elbowing in the office, right? Jesus, however, When he speaks of glorification, he is celebrating the Last Supper and the betrayal of a disciple he loved. But how? The glory of which Jesus speaks is a manifestation of love. Jesus is end up on the cross, and he would not certainly want it, but at least that way, when he will be lifted up, will draw all to himself. It will prove indeed that he seriously loves each of us, to give himself up totally. The glory is to love without measure, as Jesus loved us, with the love with which Jesus loved us. Let us love to love there. More precisely, I am able to love the people that are around only if my heart is left to feel by the tenderness of God. I walked with two friends in the streets of Naples. Suddenly, in the middle of normal conversation, the two began to discuss and almost began to quarrel. Later, with the spirits soothed by now, we sat in a bar. One of them then apologized to each other. I realized that it's much easier to hurt those around you, he said. If you had been a stranger, I would have checked a lot more. Instead, just for the fact that we are friends and that you understand me better than anyone else, I ended up being much more aggressive. This is human nature. Maybe it is, but we will fight against it. We must not allow that love to become an excuse to do whatever we want. It is with the people around you that we need to be more considerate. And speaking of the street of Naples, friends, there are many, especially young people, they have a great sensitivity towards art, which may be expressed in various ways, by playing in a group rock, or rap inventing melodies, or writing poetry, or devoting himself to drawing and painting. More and more young people in recent years have felt the need to express their artistical potential in the street art of street, painting on walls, train carriages, or on any other surface different from a normal clothes. This happens especially at night. The young painters, writers call it, paint with colored chalk or cans spray, producing fascinating works that end up under the eyes of all. At the base of street art there are profound reasons. The objective is to release the panel from the imprisonment of museums and art galleries, to offer it for free to all. This is the complete gift of their creativity to the others, no profit organization. That is the urge which stems from a strong desire to universality. It is a great desire to break down barriers and to dialogue without borders through a work able to reach anyone, rich and poor, without discrimination. The hope of young people to make the purest art can be interpreted as an understandable response to a market which tends to commercialize and unpoetize everything. A meat grinder that stifles creativity in the name of the god of money. It's nice to discover the ideals that animate new generations. Ideals that unfortunately also take risk. We cannot forget the cases of children found dead in the subway tunnels, struck somewhere electric shock, standing next to their spray cans. Are episodes that fills of bitterness. In the heart of many young disappear that are those deep ideals of generously shared by the people of writers, the idea of offering their arts released to the world. But why risk and sacrifice human life, forcing the artist to act in the dark? A good solution to the problem would be to grant legal street art spaces authorized where paint without hiding, so you will get the same purpose and it will be avoid many dangers. Why not try? Let's translate. How many times you need to call friends, however, happen that I cannot get in touch because there's no field. I'm sure that will happen to you. If in our lives there is no Jesus, it's like there was no field. Let's always where you take the field, are the words of Pope Francis in a video message broadcast to an Olympic Stadium for Jubilee of Children. Revenge is a worm that eats the soul. Let's we forgive was the invitation of Bergoglio, who was present in the morning in St. Peter's Square to confess young people. I mentioned it the last Sunday to Amoris Laetitia, in English, the joy of love. That is the second apostolic exhortation of Pope Francis, and which is divided into 9 chapters, which are: first, in the light of the world. Second, the reality and challenges of family. Third, the eyes fixed on Jesus, the vocation of the family. 4. Love in marriage. 5. The law which become fruitful. 6. Some pastoral perspective. 7. Strengthening the education of children. 8. To accompany the share and integrate the fragility. 9. Marital and family spirituality.